seems like suffering won't stop? What do you do when it feels like your pain doesn't have a point? What does it do when it feels like your weaknesses continue to worsen? He will use pain to speak to you. He will use pain to make sure that you realize that he's with you. And it's pain that shows up, that purifies our priorities and our values and what your real source is. You can have all the money in the world and cancer hits your life. You're like, I don't have enough money. It's in our pain that God shouts to us. It's in our pain that God directs us, that he warns us, that he teaches us. It's in our pain that we discover he is a good, good Father, and he's never failed anyone. He's not going to start with you today.
Isaiah 54, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Tell yourself, Deuteronomy 28, I am the head and not the tail. Tell yourself, Psalm 18, the Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. Tell yourself, Psalm 20, some trust in chariots and some trust in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord. Tell yourself, Romans 8:37, we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. Tell yourself, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Tell yourself, Job 13, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. Tell yourself, Psalm 27, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked came against me to eat up my flesh.
I don't know who needs to hear this on today, but I want to be a blessing. The reason I get on TikTok and all of the other social media platforms is because there's an assignment that's upon my life. My testimony is I had 2 breast cancer scares and almost lost my left breast, being given the wrong medication at the time of going through the process. I lost my home to foreclosure. I lost my automobile to repossession. I lost my marriage to divorce. And the devil tried to make me lose my mind. But because I stood fast in what I knew about God and who he is in my life, I didn't give up. I continued to hold on. And this is what I want you to do today. It may look doom and gloom. It may look bad and it seems that there is no way out. But I promise you, if you continue to just hold on to God's unchanging hand, he'll make everything all right. He'll work it out for you guys. I realized that my pain was for someone else's purpose, and that my struggle was for someone else's strength, and that my tears was for someone else's testimony. So today, I can proudly say that I may have lost everything in the natural, but I found everything in the spirit, because I found God again and I found myself again. So I encourage you on today to just continue to hold on and believe that you're coming out of whatever it is that you're stuck in the middle of right now. I speak strength upon you today. I speak blessings and I speak prosperity upon your life. I declare that your latter shall be greater than your past.
I don't know who needs to hear this today, but the Lord our God knows what you're going through, and he cares about you more than you could imagine. He sees your pain. He hears the cries of your heart. He knows when you feel desperate. He knows when you can't catch a breath, when your heart rate pounds and you feel so much anxiety that you can barely even find your next breath. The Lord sees you. He knows that pain.
Isaiah 41:13, for I am the Lord your God, who upholds your right hand, who says to you, do not fear, I will help you. In the scriptures, the right hand symbolizes power, authority, and action. To talk about your right hand was to talk about your strength. Realistically, you don't have much strength in comparison to God. In fact, your strength compared to God is like a candle compared to the sun. Yet here in Isaiah 41, we see God saying that he upholds your right hand, meaning that he gives you the strength to do the things set before you. God will put things in your life that you do not have the strength to handle, but He will never put things in your life that you cannot handle with the strength that He is willing to give you. Allow God to uphold your right hand today. This is Manna, where you'll find inspiration, persistence, and hope with God.
When you're tempted to worry, set your mind on what He has said. Matthew 6:34, don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow has enough concern of its own. That's what He said. When you're tempted to fear, set your mind on what He has said. Don't fear, for I have redeemed you and I've called you by name. You are mine. When you're tempted to doubt, set your mind on what He has said. James 1:6, but let him ask in faith and do not doubt, but trust in a good God. When you're tempted to quit, set your mind on what He has said. Do not grow weary in doing well, because if you'll persevere at a proper time and not give up, you'll receive a great harvest. And when you're tempted to sin, my friends, set your mind on what He has said. No temptation has overcome you that God cannot give you a way out that you may be able to endure it.